Well, it turns out Taylor Swift's endorsement of Kamala Harris may have backfired. According to recent polls, here's how The Guardian puts it. Taylor Swift's endorsement backfires on Kamala Harris. It comes from a YouGov poll. While it originally showed that people thought her endorsement would help in the immediate aftermath, a follow-up poll posted over the weekend shows most people just do not want her opinions at all. So the follow-up shows that they don't want her politics. Now, the poll first asked how many of them were Taylor Swift fans, and 66% of them said they are not, which is interesting. Why is she so popular if 66% of respondents don't like her? I guess it's because her really avid remaining population, two of which are my daughters. Now, incidentally, that matches up with the 66% that said her endorsement makes no difference at all. See answer 31. Now, the poll finds that 8% of voters said that the superstar's approval would make them somewhat or much more likely to vote for Miss Harris. 8%. A win does not make, but more of them would be less likely to vote for her because of the Taylor Swift endorsement. So fully 20% say that if Taylor Swift likes Kamala Harris, they won't vote for her. Now, why do you think that is? Could it be because she endorsed Joe Biden and look where it got us? Could it be because she campaigned against Marsha Blackburn in Tennessee in 2018 and that backfired? In fact, Marsha Blackburn won. Could it be she is not a relatable person who has private jets and takes no responsibility for her actions?
Right, lectures other people about climate change, but also flies around in private jets.
Right. Could it be because she has catchy music but is otherwise not a likable person? Well, this weekend, President Trump posted this: "I hate Taylor Swift." Democrats said that this is childish, and sure, it's childish. I mean, you can like or not like whoever you want. I mean, I found her endorsement immature, so that's what we're doing is childishness. But I want to say I actually have more of a cause to hate her because my daughters subject me to her ad nauseum. I took them to her concert and had 44 songs I had to sit through. You guys, 44 songs about her heartbreak that just happened to be of no fault of her own. She's always the sincere and loving person in the story that she tells, and other people burn her and she doesn't deserve it. She bears no responsibility in her relationship. I'm always trying to point this out to my girls, but they love her in the same way I loved Paula Abdul, and I don't want to ruin that for them. Although I will say they know how salty I get a little bit around Taylor Swift lately because of this, and so they're trying to transition over to Sabrina Carpenter. Are there politics that I need to know about that singer? Let me know off. Don't judge me, though, because my daughters like Taylor Swift. I've suffered enough. Now, I think this would have been a bigger story if President Trump hadn't had a second assassination attempt on his life, also by a Swiftie. Apparently, the shooter, Ryan Routh, said, "Fellow Swifties, we have to vote out Donald Trump." He was a Biden-Harris supporter because of Taylor Swift. Okay. If you watch Taylor Swift's Netflix documentary, again, I'm not telling you to do these things. I've had to do these things. You see that her team and her management really tries to discourage her from speaking out about Donald Trump in 2018, and she does it anyway. She whines about using her voice. I have to use my voice. I have to be an ally. You know the trope about how white women love being allies to marginal communities. Yes. Again, I think because she's not a mom, then this ally thing is very important to her. I say let her. She built this platform. Let her say what she wants. It's a free country. But she said, "I did my research," which sort of made me think like, oh, really? You did your research and you came up with Kamala Harris to vote for? I mean, I don't think her research included anything about the war in Ukraine or Gaza because, again, she has no kids to contribute to a war or to a draft. Unless she likes war, maybe she does. I don't think she has been subject to censorship. Her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, is on the Pfizer COVID vaccine commercials. I don't think she's done her research about the clinical trials that Pfizer did not do on their most recent vaccine, which only included animal trials and no humans. So, okay, I don't know how much stock you want to put into her research. That's what I'm saying. If you think that Taylor Swift should do the research for you, then Why would you be this far into a redacted segment? That wouldn't make any sense.
Right.
The kind of people who are watching this right now are not relying on Taylor Swift to do their research. So I'm going to end on this because this meme popped up and it made me laugh for lack of crying because, again, she's not at risk of being sent to war. The meme says, me and the boys getting drafted for World War III because Taylor Swift told a bunch of women to vote for Kamala. So, again, it's a good thing she's a childless cat lady because the cats cannot be drafted as of now. So let me know what you think.
There's still time. Well, maybe Springfield, Ohio.
I don't know if you saw all over Twitter after she did that endorsement, people were posting that 10,000 people per minute were registering to vote Democrat. Which,
wow.
That's
okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, as I pointed out earlier, she had a link to a vote link that was tied directly to her so that they could track how many people were signing up to vote. And so, I mean, who knows? It's the get out the youth vote. We'll see. I mean, how much of a marker this actually is. The problem with young people in America is that they sign up to vote, but they don't vote.
Right.
So they're sitting there on their phone playing around on Instagram. And they're like, oh, Taylor just told me to vote.
And then they have to figure out when and where to go.
And they're like,
that's where they stop.
It's a Tuesday after work. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. But look, let's be honest. Young people in America really do not vote. That's been the hardest one to sway people to get them to vote.
And I wish that Trump wouldn't say, he just did the coalition with the RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard. He's trying to bring people together. And that's not a way to do it, saying that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it comes off as petulant.
Especially because it was like 2-3 weeks ago where he shared the AI images of Taylor Swift supporting Trump. Like that to me, it's like he should not have done that because not that it's going to anger the Swifties, but now it looks weird to me.
Well, and we're also sitting here, not us, but a lot of people are saying all the negative and hate rhetoric that the liberals have been foisting at Donald Trump. Like, is that a reason why this guy grabbed a gun and went and tried to go shoot him the other day? Like, can we tamp down the hate rhetoric? Great,
right,
you don't like her music, great.
He has said that in another administration he wouldn't be so prolific on the mean tweets. Well, okay, this is a campaign promise unfulfilled. And it doesn't do anything other than sort of make some people chuckle and make some people turned off. So anyhow, let us know what you think. And I do not want to hear you judge me for having daughters who like Taylor Swift. I don't accept those comments.
Well,
I'm doing what I can, you guys. I'm not perfect.
We want to tell you about our friends over at Expressvpn. Let me tell you something. This is an app that I use every day here on Redacted. So does Natalie. We both use it. We wouldn't be able to do this show if it wasn't for Expressvpn. It's an amazing VPN service that allows us to access news websites and information because of censorship laws. So this is what people are dealing with on a regular basis. We know that there are people that live in France that can't even watch our show unless they use a VPN. That's how these crazy governments are limiting our access to information these days. ExpressVPN is incredibly simple to use and set up. We have it set up on all of our computers. We use it every day. All you do is click the on button, boom, you're connected. So you can pick and choose which country, which node you want to connect to. If you need to jump on in the United States, you can choose from, of course, a whole list of locations through the US, Europe, around the world. It's totally up to you. But this allows you to access things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to access because of your IP address. Of course, it hides your IP address. It anonymizes all of that. So if you're in a public Wi-Fi setting, you're at a coffee shop, wherever, and you want to use their Wi-Fi, absolutely, you need to use a VPN to protect yourself from people who are trying to snoop on your computer and what you're surfing, right? Whether it's banking information, you want to pay some bills while you're at the coffee shop, make sure you're using a VPN. So our friends over at ExpressVPN right now will give you 3 months of ExpressVPN for free, okay? Just go to expressvpn.com/redacted to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. So go to expressvpn.com/redacted. Find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free.